is a great chance facing another struggling team. We'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
When you look at your calendar, it's circled before the schedule's even released. So it's one of the best rivalries we have in our league. And, guys, this is the one you do not want to miss.
No doubt about it, because it seems like these two teams always have a reason to be angry at each other, a little chippy at the very least, and that brings out the best basketball in both of them.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then there's Moniunas. Then it's Keefe, and it's Capella in at the 5.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Here is Williams, following the score by Trevor Ariza. No luck.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Matthews dishes to Williams. There's a good screen. Back to Matthews. There's the 3. Dallas, no good that time either.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Keefe's shot is good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now here's Matthews. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Stolen by Anderson. He dishes it to Williams. Parsons with a screen on Keefe. It's Williams with the drive. Here's Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Harden with the defensive effort. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Dallas. It's deflected.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
To the inside. And Parsons kicks to Barea. Dallas, no good that time either. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to Chicago.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Now Parsons. James Harden missing on the 3. Parsons. And too long on the shot. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Harden the pass to Keefe.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Both teams will make substitutions. Keefe hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's the pick. Kicks it to Thornton. To end the drought. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And stolen by Thornton. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Barea with it. Now Lawson defending. Parsons attacking. And he's got his first free throw of the game. That one is off. Houston making a switch here. Decker's checked in. And so here is Dallas. It's a 14-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Chandler Parsons out there with Matthews. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Laverne in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons did some really solid work on the floor. He dropped in 17 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. A performance like this was just the trick his team needed to snap their losing streak.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
No doubt. I guarantee he comes into today's game feeling there isn't anything he can't do on the floor right now.
Tell you what, Greg, I think he might be right based on that last game. I'm inclined to agree with him.
Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Ariza kicks to Harden. The Rockets with another miss. Mavericks trail by 12. Williams dishes to Matthews. He feeds it to Slow. Another three for Dallas.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Here is Keith. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but well, I'll tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Harden. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Shot clock at 5. And again, it goes in for him. Good shot from Keith. Fresh has got 6 here in this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. Taking a look now at some numbers for Parsons. He's one of the standouts over the last month, averaging 17 points per game. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Move the ball.
Harden the pass to Moniunas, and that one is stuffed right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Williams kicks to Anderson. Matthews, no one around him, hits it from three-point range. Matthews has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here is Keith. He's got 13. The second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. Houston also making some. And that concludes the first half. Rockets lead by 9. And we'll get going after this from the... The second half just about to get going here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Brewer. He has 15 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then it's Keith. Then there's Moniunas. And it's Capella in at the center position. Taken away by Williams. Fast break, Dallas. Williams leading the charge, and Anderson gets it to go.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And here's Matthews for the three. Good. A nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Capella. To the middle. Dives for it. Goes up on the wing. Ariza no luck.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Matthews into the lane. Misses from close range.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
The dish to Williams. Back to Matthews. Parsons outside. Clock at 4. Nobody near Williams. And it's Dallas with another.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
To the middle. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. He's been more than solid over the last month. 3rd in blocks, 9th in free throw percentage. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. And his awareness and hustle really off the charts.
Here's Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. Houston's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Here's Dallas. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Williams kicks to Laverne. That puts them in the lead. Laverne's got 6.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Tries to keep it alive. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. Donald Sloan's checked in for Dallas. Jones checked in for Houston. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Moniunas, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Chandler Parsons. The Rockets have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
It's Williams with the drive. Keith grabs the miss.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Williams. And a change for the Rockets. Stoudemire's checked in.
A good night so far for Fresh. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Left side, Anderson. Dishes it to Thornton. Clock at 6. Parsons with a screen on Keith. Thornton passes to Laverne. And good on the basket. Book it. Laverne's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Up and in on the layup. And the Rockets lead by 1.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation.
And the rejection by Harden. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And now a look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. Freak, 3rd.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, and that's the age we're living in right now. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a point guard lead his team in scoring, which used to be almost unheard of. And these guys here are all capable of carrying the scoring load for their team on any given night.
The Rockets making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Running by Stoudemire. The pass to Laverne. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Houston in the lead. To the inside. Keith goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Mavericks have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Nobody near Parsons. That three off the mark. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Ahead. Lawson dishes to Stoudemire. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Stoudemire's got 4 this quarter.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay. Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Mavericks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And good on the second, so he makes them both. It's a tie game in Dallas. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a... Simpson making some changes. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Decker. And it's Keefe in for Ty Lawson. We've got Matthews. Jaron Williams out there with Thornton. Then there's Anderson. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. He's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Harden outside. Trains the three-pointer. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
The first free throw is good. And Williams drops them both. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here is Keefe. Down low. Here's Moniunas. The shot misses. Parsons with some nice D. Passes it to Thornton. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
What a stellar outing in this one for Thornton. He's got 13 points, and he's sprayed home 3 three-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
He hits Harden with the drive. Can't get it to go. And it's Dallas the other way. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Keefe. Williams kicks to Parsons. Feeds it to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Anderson's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
They're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Drive.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said, guys, this is the kind of game we're capable of playing when we put our minds to it. I knew we had it in us, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Let's finish this thing. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Off the inbound pass, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
Here's Williams. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Keefe. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fresh has got 12 points in just the second half. The Mavericks trailing. Now here's Williams. Thornton passes to Laverne. It's Williams with the drive. Thornton dishes to Williams. And Capella sends it back. Here's Ariza, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Williams against Keefe. And Williams, here we go. A clear look for Parsons. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Shot clock at 6. Harden inside the three-point line. Money!
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Matthews, he's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. If it's open, take it.
23 seconds left in the fourth. To the paint, here's Williams, and that's on a bounce. Dallas will retain possession.
Still Mavericks ball.
Parsons outside, all alone. It's rebounded by Houston, and there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And here's Matthews for the three. No luck.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this.
We were men amongst boys tonight. Whew.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11, and the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
Ernie, that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40. And then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him, as they would any player, but I still think he has a lot left in the tank.
He might be able to get back to his MVP level, but that's going to take a full season.
The Rockets play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Houston, Texas. The Houston Rockets come into this one after a win against the Mavericks in Dallas. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, at the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And so it's Houston with it, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Passes it to Keith. And the shot falls short this time.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good from outside. Chicago on defense. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
And stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Noah up on top. McDermott kicks to Gasol. And Capella sends it back. Inside, Harden banked in off the glass. Harden's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And Capella sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Rose goes in. That drops. Rose has got 5.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Here is Keith. He picked up 27 points in the last win against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Butler passes to Rose. It's blocked. Here's Gasol. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Ariza kicks to Capella. Here's Moniunas, the 15-footer. Good. Moniunas has got his first points of the game.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Noah dishes the Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. No good from Gasol. Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. To the paint, shoots from 12. And it's Capella missing.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Gasol. Poked loose. Moniunas with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Pass to Keith. Launches a 3. The rebound by Noah.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Rose kicks to McDermott. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. Chicago trailing here. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Riza comes in for Decker. James Harden, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. And it's Keefe in for Ty Lawson. Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. Harden out there with Keefe. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Rose. Harden missing his last shot. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks got the job done. He had 27 points, and there didn't seem to be much you could do to stop him, shooting efficiently from both the field and the foul line. It was just a fantastic outing for him, and really there wasn't any way to prevent him from taking over the game. Fun to watch, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control. Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And that one's good.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
They set the pick. He feeds it to Capella. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And taking a look at some of the stats here for Turner. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
4 on the clock. Harden gets the bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it's good.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Keith, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Capella. And a change for the Bulls. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Evan Turner. Here's Noah. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Keefe against Rose. Jones, the pass to Keefe, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fresh has got 4 points this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here is Livingston. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Rose can't hit.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Now the pass to Keefe. Outside, Jones. No good on the triple.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Noah the screen. Livingston, a picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Livingston's got his second bucket of the night. A minute 20 left in the first half. Keefe missing.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pass to Matajunas. Harden dishes to Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 10 points for Trevor Ariza.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Livingston kicks to Rose. The 11-footer. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Houston leading by 4.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
And there's the 3-second violation. Houston with a big group substitution here. Amare Stoudemire. And the first half comes to a conclusion.
All right, Houston, coming on the court.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Trevor Ariza. 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the small forward. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Rick.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Here's Rose. And it comes off the front of the rim. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. Rockets leading by 7. Here is Keith. He's got 8. To the inside. It's stolen by Rose.
That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Kicks it to Gasol. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard number.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about
it. He doesn't get the second one. Bulls trail by 5. Here's McDermott. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. McDermott's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Harden the pass to Keith. Another miss by Houston.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Houston leading by 4. Inside. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Butler with the ball. Jones covering. No good. So Houston will take it the other way. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
The Bulls have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops from McDermott. Houston with a big group substitution here. Stoudemire's checked in for Capella. Decker comes in. Here's Rose. Keefe, he's in at the point. Monteunice out there with Brewer. Then it's Harden, and it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, he has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Chicago making a switch here. Noah's checked in. Dishes it to Capella. And Brewer kicks to Monteunice. Rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Houston making a switch here. Ariza's checked in.
Trevor Ariza.
Here is Harden. Off the inbound. Capella dishes to Ariza. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 on the clock. Gasol with the steal. Rose kicks to Butler, and he gets it to go. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Feeds to Gasol. On the wing, Turner. Off target with his 3.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Passes to Keefe. Down low. Here's Capella. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Joakim Noah.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling. You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often that's the case for this team.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the league. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he gets the bucket.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Harden the pass to Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. Bulls trail by 4. And Turner kicks to Butler. Noah with a screen on Harden. Butler attacking. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Well, it's been a good game tonight for Butler. 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Boy, they came out of the locker room at halftime with a much more physical disposition than they had in the first half.
And that helps, Clark. They've gotten extra trips to the foul line, and they need that to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Rockets.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3 ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Second chance shot. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Turner.
We could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now nerves and tightness become a factor.
And it's becoming a battle of will right now. This is as good a game as we could have hoped for.
Ariza against Rose. No good from outside. Good on the shot. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
And really at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Now the dish to Ariza. To the middle. Keith missing.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Butler, and he overshot that one, missing. Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Keith. Chicago grabs the miss. Rose has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Keith's shot is good. And the crowd roaring to life.
That was a huge shot. And they're just about dancing in the aisles now.
That was as big as it gets. They are definitely going to
starting to feel it from deep.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
All right, Doris.
Boy, right now it's really tough to stop Rose.
Harden outside. Keith passes to Capella. Kicks it out to Harden. Inside. Here's Keith. Second chance shot and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
And it's Butler missing.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Rose dishes to Butler. And Gasol now top of the key. Full time. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden to pass to Keith. Here's Jones. Oh, he hits it. Oh, how about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible.
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
And Greg, he knew it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I love it.
He got on a nice roll and deserves a lot of credit for this win, Ernie, Kenny. He might not be the #1 fan favorite, but this crowd will show him some love tonight. Guys on his team already know what he can do, but it's great to see him have a game like this.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Wizards in Washington. Looking at the Wizards, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all love
real
the
life. Yeah, everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq stands
I
for.
think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Washington, the home of the Wizards, the Verizon Center. And the Wizards on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. They're hungry for wins and have to look at this as a great chance facing another struggling team. We'll see if they can seize the opportunity.
And you know, for the Wizards, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Stoudemire out there with Montejunas. And it's Keith in at the 1 spot. Shot is off. Wall with some nice D. Nene outside. And it's Wall. That time the assist by Nene. Wall's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
And Beal kicks to Wall. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Keith. Rebounded by the Wizards. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Washington. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. We talked about Amari Stoudemire and what he brings to the table as an opponent. The one thing Coach was most impressed with was how physically gifted he is as a big man, saying, you see him get up and down the floor out there. He moves like a guy half his size. He's just a freak of nature.
Thanks, Doris. Here's Beverly, and he finishes the break with a lay-in. Beverly's got his first points of the game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Down low, Beal gets a wide open look. Beal can't get that one to fall. Rockets trail by 6. Montejunas passes to Ariza. Montejunas sets a screen for Ariza. Here's Keith. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Fresh has got 5 now.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
And in that game, guys, their three-point shooting really was their own worst enemy. Even when they got the open looks, they just had an inability to knock them down.
And, guys, you've seen it happen to every team.
Wizards leading by 4. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Keith, he's in at the point. Jones is out there with Decker. Then there's Brewer, and it's Capella in at the center position.
And with the break in the action, let's look at the stats for Wall. 6th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And, you know, his floor awareness, undeniable. You know, as you pointed out, he's great at drawing the defense and then making the perfect pass in stride.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Feeds to Oubre. Right block shot, and good, coming off the assist by Wall. Oubre's got his second bucket tonight. Rockets trail by 4. Brewer with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And there's the pass to Keith. Screen by Jones. 5 to shoot. Decker gets the bucket.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Wall's shot is off. The Rockets shooting at 46%, making some buckets. A 3 ball. Keith missing. From the Wizards, their shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Oubre, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc. Oubre's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here is Keith. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. Knocked loose.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Nene, he's checked in for John Henson. Houston also making some changes. Amari Stoudemire, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. And Moniunas subbed in for Capella. Here's Keith, and that one is hammered home.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Stoudemire, the pass to Keith. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Edwards, he's checked in for John Lure. Porter comes in for Oubre. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Bradley Beal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He dropped in 24 points and was really a dynamic force, finding teammates and playing tough D on the other end. It was just a great outing for him, and nobody could slow him down. Something we're seeing consistently now, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
For 3. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Nene has the open look, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. And now it's a 9-point Wizards lead. Keefe against Beverly. Here is Keefe. Misses from close range. Now Beverly. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Passes it to Keefe. Offensive rebound.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. We've seen John Wall handling his business. 9 points, and he's pulling down some big rebounds, too.
And you know it's a priority, the battle on the boards.
And we finished one half of basketball.
Bradley, it certainly...
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Check out the game for Fresh. He's got 14 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Otto Porter and Nene at the forwards. And it's Edwards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston on D. 17-point game.
Move it.
Harden outside. Pass to Keefe. From deep three-point range. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 17 points for Freak.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Wall dishes to Nene. And the foul called on Freak. That's his third foul of the game. Harden against Beal. Edwards a screen on Harden. 4 on the clock. Wall, that's good.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Keefe against Wall.
Sticking too much.
It's stolen. Can't throw it down with one hand.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Another one falls for Washington.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here's Keefe. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Fresh has got 5 points now this quarter. And Wall kicks to Nene. Pass to Edwards. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Here's Keefe. And the rebound goes to Nene.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Wall kicks to Nene. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Washington making some changes. John Henson comes in for Edwards. And Oubre subbed in for Porter. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in. And Decker subbed in for Trevor Ariza. For Houston, they had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Wizards making a switch here. Lewis checked in. Keefe hits them both. Wizards leading by 17. Wall attacking.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Terrence Jones is checked in for Stoudemire. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Decker. It's Wall with the drive. No good. And it's Houston the other way. Lawson the pass to Keith. He feeds it to Capella. Houston moving the ball around to the inside. Here's Jones. And that one comes up a bit short. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Oubre can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 17. Here's Keith. Beal pulls it in. He kicks to Oubre from 8. Good D by Jones. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Keith passes to Lawson. Wall grabs the board.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Oubre can't get it to go. The Rockets shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. The Rockets with another miss.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And he just big-boyed him right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Wizards. Beal against Keith. Capella, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Washington.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Wizards leading by 19 points. The feed to Beal. Jacks up a 3. Here's Henson. Second shot opportunity. Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Here is Keith. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Fresh has got 11 here in this quarter alone. They set the pick. It's Beal on the wing. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference for the Wizards. Edwards, he's checked in for John Lure. And Porter subbed in. Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Wall comes in for Patrick Beverly. Houston also making some changes. Riza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Keith in for Ty Lawson. So on the floor for Houston, Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. Harden out there with Keith. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Wall wide open. Carries it from three-point range. Wall's got 14 points now in the second half. Capella, the pass to Keith. The shot no good. Some solid defense there by Nene. It's Beal on the wing. Guarded by Keith. Looking to get back on track here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
Free throw good. Beal.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Inside, Riza. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And Wall kicks to Beal. That's good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
The Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Here's Jones. Rebound, Washington. Nene's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Edwards, a screen on Keith. Edwards with the screen. Here's Beal. Good D by Ariza.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And it's Capella missing.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Wall, that's good.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Keith against Wall. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his 5th personal.
That's good from Keith. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Henson's checked in for Edwards. Luer comes in for Nene. Oubre's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Archie Goodwin in for Beal. Houston also making some changes. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Terrence Jones. Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Brewer in for James Harden. The Rockets shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Keefe against Wall. Stoudemire, no good. Wizards have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. And Wall. Here we go now. No luck. And it's Houston the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Wizards.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for a Wall. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Oubre, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here is Keefe. The 8-footer. It's hauled in by Goodwin. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And
I'm here with John.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player, John Wall. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
His offensive performance was the main reason they walked out of here with the win tonight. You got a sense early on it was going to be a big game from him.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.